What's up, everybody? Anox checking in here for another Fireside Chat. This is a Fireside Chat part 12, and I felt the need to come on here today on this Fireside Chat, talk about a little bit of the tumultuous controversy going on within the hat groups. So this is directed to my Scally Cap brothers and sisters out there. And I just wanted to say that I've been part of this community probably longer than most, sort of right on the ground floor as it got taken off a little bit before all these groups started popping up. And I've seen the incredible growth of a lot of these hatters and these entrepreneurs over the past really year or so. So I think, aside from the BSC and the larger companies, that a lot of what we're doing here is driven by mom and pop shops, sort of small businesses, young entrepreneurs living the American dream, and it's been really fun to watch. And I really respect what they're doing, and I really appreciate everybody supporting what I'm doing. And I'm not coming on here to alienate a specific audience or anything like that. I just wanted to sort of put my opinion in, because I kind of don't like when I see good things going off the rails. And so recently there's been a couple of negative reviews, not just one person, although people might have that in mind, but a couple of negative reviews towards some hatters. And when I do my reviews, when I started doing my reviews, I sort of took, in the beginning, a very unbiased stance, where I was giving honest opinions. And then over time, I noticed, if I watched my videos, that I'm a little bit harsher on the companies that I don't have personal relationships with. So I'm a little bit harsher on BSC, right? And like a lot of us are. We use them as a punching bag, is really what we're doing. And, I also am a little bit harder on Scallywags, Heritage Apparel. And so I think I have a tendency, to when I have an issue with one of the smaller companies who I've had built a personal relationship with over time, I tend to go directly to them. And I think that rather than say it in a review. And I think the newer people, maybe new to this, who haven't yet been ingratiated into this community and culture yet as much, are just coming on and giving honest opinions and reviews and stuff like that, because they haven't developed that relationship with the hatters yet. So, Ryan from Peaky Hat, Chris Lopp, Todd Swisher, I've had them all. We have had them all on the Gentleman's Roundtable podcast. So we've had personal relationships and dealings with them, and Todd Soren as well. So I think it's important to understand, if you have an issue, just that you can actually reach out directly to the man, directly to the person. This is his thing. And 9 times out of 10, actually 10 times out of 10, they're going to correct the issue as long as you're being reasonable. I think newer viewers need to understand that. But I also think that people in the community need to understand that when newer viewers come on and do things, they're doing it totally from that fresh set of eyes, unbiased perspective that you're getting. And there's nothing really on the surface level wrong with that. Maybe certain people say things in certain ways that you would have said it differently. I think it's important to know, as a new reviewer, you can contact these guys directly. They'll take care of your issue before, blowing it up. And even in my job, when we get a negative review, my day job, we get a negative review, we contact the person, we fix the issue. And then we do ask them to take the negative review down. Although I have had arguments, with the owner of the company, that, we should leave that negative review up, because it shows that there's a human element to what we're doing, that everything is not just roses. That's not just, we're not trying to put out a perfect, vision of ourselves. Yes, everything is imperfect in a way. And even putting out the shirts, I've had to deal with, complaints and things like that, and things that didn't go right. So it's got to be a mutual understanding there as well, that people are going to give their honest opinion in reviews. but yet that these are small businesses and trying to do the right thing, and nobody's trying to do anything bad here. So it's got to be a mutual discussion and conversation, and it's easy to have with the smaller hatters. And even BSC fixes issues, like even though they're the larger one, you know. So I just wanted to say that I don't think it's necessary for a huge stirring. Like, let it happen organically. You don't have to feel the need to go defend anybody, defend a reviewer, defend a hatter. And I don't like seeing when other people are fighting over this. you know. They let the consumer and the reviewers, us reviewers, we're consumers, deal with it with the hatter. And the hatter, if there's a negative review out there, the hatter can come back and say their piece as well. You know what I'm saying? Right out there, if you want to do it out there. But let the rest of us just let them hash it out. Let the consumer and the business owner hash it out. Because 9.9 times out of 10, as long as it's a reasonable thing there, they're gonna come to a negotiation. They're gonna come to a middle ground where the problem is gonna be solved, and we're all gonna go on happy. So. Let's not get some internal craziness going on over these hats, because they're just hats, but yet in another way they're not just hats, and that's what the Gentleman's Roundtable I think is about. That the hats are bringing us together as a people. I've met some really good friends through this, and the way the hats bring us together and allow us to share ourselves with each other on a different sort of platform than maybe we were always used to, I think is a really cool thing. That we can get deeper about things like we did on the last Gentleman's Roundtable episode and stuff like that. And hats was what brought that out. And it's now inspiring people in different ways. I don't want to lose that in this community. I don't want there to be internal, craziness going on like there are in other communities. The beard community, is one of them. You can even ask Sean and see it for it yourself. It's a lot of craziness that goes on. I don't want to see that happen with the hat community. And understand that a new person who's coming on, like I said before, it's going to take some time for them to really grasp kind of what this is all about. And as far as like even the capitalist aspect of it, let's not say that there's only one person that ever gouged pricing on caps on a resale. You know what I'm saying? That's happened many times before. And listen, if you don't agree with something and you're the group moderator, you don't have to have that person in your group. That's your right too. Kick the person out of your group. I've been kicked out of groups, and I don't even know why I was kicked out of groups. I've been blocked by people. I have no idea why. One guy blocked me and unblocked me about 5 times, and I don't know what the deal is. So everybody has that right as well. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to put my 2 cents into that. Crush the week. It's Monday, but I think everybody got this. Later.